What's good, YouTube? Venny here, and today I'm going to be bringing you my 30-0 custom tactics. It's my first video of 2021. I've had to take a little break due to some things which I'll explain in a future video, but we are back here today bringing you some custom tactics, and this is how I hit 30-0 with these custom tactics. So don't forget to subscribe if you are new around here, leave a like and leave a comment of what you think of these tactics, but let's get into them. And just to quickly show you guys actually that we have hit it, because I know a lot of people are like, there's a lot of people out there, who make these tactics and they haven't got proof of them actually hitting the 30, and every man for themselves. I guess everyone's got to eat, but there's my gamer tag, Lucha Vida, 30-0, as you see, 2377 skill rating, and we finished 28th. And I've been grinding FIFA a little bit. As I said, I haven't been able to upload any rewards or anything like that recently, just because I've been taking a break and taking a step away from social media and so on. But yeah, I've still been grinding FIFA to try and improve. And for some reason, the headliner Tavernier card is a little bit glitched out, but it is what it is. We're not here for the looks of the Tavernier. We're here for the custom tactics, and this is what I'm going to share with you. So, as I said, I've been playing the game a lot, and I've been trying to figure out what's actually good in this game and what works. And I've come to the conclusion that I think two strikers is the must-have. This could change. Now we've got this patch. The patch just came out today on console, where it's nerfing step overs and doing a few other things. That actually might make the game a lot slower, so it might make things like 4-2-3-1 a little bit more usable and a little bit more viable. But I think for how through balls are and just how the game's playing right now, I think the two striker formations are too good to not use, and this is what I'm currently using on my 4-4-2. Defensive style balance, as I always say, I try and keep everything basic really when it comes to the tactics. Previous years I've tried to change it loads and see if it makes it worse. I don't think it really does. I think keeping it basic is actually the best way to do it, because it's easier to understand the tactics. So that's why we've got balance 5-5. I'm pretty decent at pressing manually myself, so I don't really need the game to do any sort of press sort of things. There is a thing I have used quite a lot over the last couple of weeks. It's actually using like 8 to 10 depth. I did make a custom tactic video about it, but I don't think many people probably thought I was being true about it. But if you guys want to see me use that sort of them tactics, head over to my streams on Facebook. You'll see the link in the description. I stream like basically every day over there, playing a lot of pro versus pro stuff and so on. So keep an eye on that if you want to keep in touch with stuff. But yeah, balance 5-5 is what we keep it at, because as I said, keeping everything basic, man. Like not trying to do anything crazy with these. Offensive style balanced, width 6, players in the box 6, corners 2, and free kicks 2. I've just upped it up from the 5 because I feel sometimes with the 5 width, your wingers sometimes come in a bit too much. You probably notice that if you are using 4-4-2 or 4-2-3-1, when you have a tight and narrow, it does make sense that your wingers come in, and sometimes they actually like swap positions with my strikers. I don't want that. I want my strikers to be like the main people in that sort of area, front of goal. I don't want my wingers to come in, but I do have wingers who can do it if they do come in. But I'd rather them stay out wide, give me that extra pass out wide if I want to take it, and 6 players in the box, just trying to experiment with it. It's working at the moment. Instructions. I have seen a lot of people try stuff with keepers. I think a lot of people using like cover crosses and sweeper keeper. I might try it next week because there is a few situations where there's a lot of through ball, so maybe the sweeper keeper thing could be really useful and so on. So I'll definitely have a little look into that. But for now, we ain't using it. Stay back while attacking on the right back and left back. Very basic. We want to keep them at the back. We don't want them to be pushing up too much, so we're not vulnerable, I guess, to these through balls, especially if we have these guys like helping in the attack and somebody's playing a 4-4-2 against us. Their wingers are going to be in so much space down that wing if we push them up. So having to stay back while attacking is definitely worth having on, so you're not risking it really too much. You're playing it cautious and so on. We got balance and gets in the box for crosses on the left mid and also the right mid. We haven't got to come back on defense on them because I kind of want them to be higher up, especially for the counter attacks. As I say, I think this game's a very through ball sort of meta. Having them higher up the pitch as well, straight from when you've won the ball, is going to be useful, especially if people do use balanced wing backs or they're aggressive with their wing backs. You're going to have a lot of space to use. But as I said, you can use comeback on defense if you really want. But at the moment, I'm using balanced. That might change in the next couple of days. You just never know. As I said, even though these are my 30 tactics, I am still changing up things to just try and suit my playstyle. And just a heads up, I know my team's very, very, very good. So you guys might think, these tactics might not work for you. They might not, and that's just how it is. Sometimes it's not even the team; it's actually the player to player. Certain tactics work and certain tactics do. So just keep that in mind. Maybe I can use certain tactics, like I said about the 8 depth and 10 depth, because I have these crazy players. I'm not too sure. Maybe I need to do like a 500k weekend league challenge so we can experiment with it. But if that's something you want to see, let me know in the comments as well. But stay back while attacking and cover centre on both of the centre mids. We've got Cuadrado, Inform Card, and Vieira in there. They kind of lack, I'll be honest with you, I'm not really a fan of these two in the middle. They lack a bit of... dribbling on Cuadrado is good. Vieira's dribbling is not the greatest. Passing, they've got no left foot, and when you try and pass the ball into the strikers quickly, they sometimes struggle. So even though it's working for me, I definitely would say just be cautious. And Cuadrado's finishing sometimes I'm seeing is atrocious. So just keep that in mind. If you're like, oh yeah, he's using Vieira Cuadrado, I'm going to copy it. It's not actually the best sort of system. I think Bruno Fernandes is definitely one of the best centre mids in this game to definitely pick up into your teams. And then on the strikers, we got balance on everything. Just, keeping it simple. If I want to make them run, I'll trigger it myself. If I want them to come towards the ball, I'll do that as well. And this is my main tactic I am currently using. So keep your eyes out if you want to use the 4-4-2. If you want to use the 4-2-3-1, this is my plan B. I don't really use this as much though. As you see, my depth is still fairly slightly high from previous times. I would say the last week I've dropped my depth down to 5. But yeah, on this we got balanced, 5 width, 7 depth, balanced, 5 and 4. As I said, I'm not really too fond of the 4-2-3-1 right now. I think there's a lot of benefit to playing 4-4-2 or something with 2 strikers like a 4-2-2 because of the through balls and just how the meta and the game is playing. But as I said, the new patch is coming. Maybe the 4-2-3-1 is going to be the go-to formation. I've got to experiment with it a lot today to find out. I've got Club World Cup coming up on Thursday, so a lot of things I need to keep engaged and studying, I guess, is the main thing. So maybe next week, if the 4-2-3-1 is the main tactic, you might see a new custom tactic video from myself. But stay back while attacking on your right back and left back, same reason as the 4-4-2. We're keeping it basic, very same. I would say basically all the instructions is basically the same as the 4-4-2, but just in the 4-2-3-1 shape. Stay back while attacking and cover centre on the CDMs. We're not taking any risks here. I would say 4-2-3-1 is a very good formation if you're trying to hold the game. I would say if you've gone 2 goals up and you want to just sort of seal the game out, I think 4-2-3-1 is a definitely viable option for that. But also you still have a lot of attacking options if you do play it. Balance and getting the box for crosses on the Lamb and the Ram. Balance on the middle camp and target man on the striker. Target man's there because I said I'm using this if I've gone 2 goals up or I'm just struggling in the game or want to try something different. So I put target man on there just in case I am basically trying to hold the game up, try and see how things go. I just experiment, that's what I've been doing and it's been working, so that's what I have been using. I definitely recommend this if you're more of a structured player or maybe a slower. I think you could play 4-4-2 fairly slow, but 4-2-3-1 and 4-4-2 are my main ones. I would say my plan A now is 4-4-2 and then 4-2-3-1 if things are not going the way I want. Ultra defensive, we've got our 5-3-2 setup. I think it's pretty obvious that we was going to have a really defensive tactic. This is the 5-3-2 though. 4 width, 3 depth, 5 players in the box, 5 width, 3 players in the box even. And as I said, 5-3-2. Having everything locked up, balanced on the right back and left back, because you still want them to be able to come out a little bit, especially if you're holding the ball out really serious and holding and playing passes in the back line. You kind of need your right back and left back to push on, because if they don't, if somebody's using team press, they're going to be your team's going to be so flat if you've got to stay back while attacking. So if you have balance, you can easily do a lofted ball out to them. So that's why they're on balance. Stay back while attacking and cover centre on the middle centre mid, and then cover centre just on the right centre mid and left centre mid, and nothing on the strikers once again. And then the ultra attacking, we're trying to get some quick goals. 4-3-1-2 is the solution. Press after possession loss, 6 width, 9 depth, balanced, is sits in the players in the box and width in the attack. And then obviously, as I said, we have balance on our right back and left back. As I said, we're trying to score goals. We need numbers basically in the attack. That's why we've got the 4-3-1-2. Stay back while attacking still though on the middle centre mid, just because you've got that cover and you kind of need that player in that position to retain the ball a lot of times. Right centre mid is just cover centre. Left centre mid is get forward and cover centre. Stay forward as your middle cam and balance on the strikers. And obviously this tactic is if we're a couple goals down or we're trying to be on the aggression. I think you can play sort of any of these formations, any of these tactics, however you want, but I'm just explaining to you when I would use these and how I would use them. But most of this weekend I was just using 4-4-2. I don't think I changed at all really when it came to other formations, but that was because 4-4-2 was just clicking like crazy for me. So yeah, that is it for me. As I said, my first video of 2021, a lot more content coming out probably like next week or the week after. I'm not 100% sure, but I thought I'd just upload a video so you guys know I'm still doing my thing when it comes to FIFA, and I will be back very shortly. Appreciate all the support. Catch you in a bit. Peace.